So I just listened to the entire Taylor Swift discography, and me and my sister are gonna talk about that. This is Faith Slobinic.
Yep.
Oh, I almost that's right. And she's gonna be joining me on today's podcast. This is A Moment with Jay.
I just wanted to hop on the mic and say, I know the world been a little chaotic and everything. I just wanted to check and make sure everything good in the hood, like sure, you know what I mean? Say out of the fam. Okay, let's get to work. Hold
All
up.
right, that was actually a pretty good one.
Yep. It was
So
finally.
much
Only took you 49 episodes.
Because I started to understand what you should do with the intro, and it's just tell people
What's going
what's
on in
gonna
the episode,
happen,
yeah.
you know?
Like everyone else does. You'd think you'd know that because you watch
I
so
know.
many podcasts.
I know. I was like, oh wait. And it wasn't until I started watching. Do you know that it's kind of like my guilty pleasure show now,
Oh God.
and it's called Good. It's called Get Good Mythical Morning. Do you know
Oh, with
guys?
those, yeah. They've been around forever.
Yeah,
yes,
they-
yes,
and
yes,
I
yes.
just started watching their fucking. It's the food stuff. Their food stuff is so
Yeah.
inventive, and then I was like, okay, these guys are actually pretty entertaining. So then I started watching their intro clips are great. They're like, we tried every flavor of Mountain Dew products.
Oh.
Let's talk about it. It's like, okay, you know,
Yeah,
it's like
everyone likes straight to the point these days. It's because of TikTok. You got to be straight to the point.
that's also very true. Nobody.
Yeah, no one wants to sit and wait around.
I guess even the podcasts that don't have those intros, like Bad Friends, they'll just show you the best part of the episode
Yeah.
really quick, you know?
Yeah. But even like Theo Vaughn, he explains who the person is, and then they start.
That is also true. Oh, yeah, and he does that solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. And okay, we don't have to go through all
Yeah. Literally all of them are the same.
we've listened to so
Yeah.
many. Oh my god. So we'll start with what you said. So Faith's wearing a Taylor Swift. So over the last, I don't know, month, 6 weeks, I've listened to all of Taylor Swift's discography and
I feel like
watched
it's
her
been
movie.
longer than
Has it
that.
been 2 months?
I feel like
That could be it. You could be absolutely correct.
it's been forever. I feel like
feel
I've just been waiting for you to get done.
But we were also waiting for the album to come out.
Cause maybe you did start in March because you were anticipating the album coming out. Maybe it was.
Yeah, because it was after she
announced it.
And then I was like, that would be
Yeah.
a good idea.
Okay, maybe it was a month then.
Okay, and it was a lot of music.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Okay, we'll get to my opinions in a second. Okay, so we
What
can
song is this
leave
from?
the Christmas lights up till January.
Let's see if he knows. Should I give you an album that it's from?
Yeah, at least give me an album. She has so many songs, and
Okay.
I've listened to most of them.
It's from the Lover album.
Okay. Is it cheating if I pull up the track list?
No.
Okay, you keep talking because I have to put the mic down.
I don't really know what to say.
Okay,
One of my favorite songs. Me and my friends all have matching ones, and I thought I'd wear it today, and because it's all about T Swift today. I can't remember if you said you liked this song or not when you did this album.
Okay. Oh, let me pull this up.
I feel like it's really obvious, but
Okay, I'm reading through. Okay, so the track list is I Forgot That You Existed, Cruel Summer, Lover, The Man, The Archer, I Think He Knows, Miss American, and the Heartbreak Prince, Paper Rings, which is a banger. Cornelia
Street.
Cornelia Street.
Yeah.
Death by a Thousand Cuts, London Boy, which I hated.
Everyone hates that song now.
Oh, actually.
Well, because it's about Joe Alwyn. So
Oh, see, and this is why we brought her on. Soon You'll Get Better, False God, which I think I really liked. You Need to Calm Down, Afterglow, which is crazy. Me, It's Nice to Have a Friend, and Daylight. So right away with that, and I know this is what's worse. I know you've told me what song.
yeah,
this is from.
I have. When I got it, I told you. You're so right. So if you don't know you're a bad brother, you don't listen to me.
I also just listened to all of her discography. That's one thing
And it literally says it once in the song, so.
I don't think it's The Archer.
But I do love that song.
That's that song, and when she does it in her concert,
It's cool, hey?
I'm gonna say. Wait, what's the line again? We can leave the Christmas lights up till January. Oh, shit.
You're overthinking it.
I want to say Lover.
Yeah.
Oh!
I was like, man, you're really overthinking this.
That was my first thought, but then I read the track list and I was like,
yes.
I
That's so funny.
In the fucking foot.
Well, good thing we didn't bet on it, because I was going to be like, oh, I'll give you $100. Because, well, if I didn't give you the album, you'd have never guessed it.
There's no way.
No way.
So there's absolutely no way.
Do you like Paper Rings?
I did like Paper Rings, and then I liked that it connected to another song in her newest album, right?
Yeah.
Where she says something about imaginary rings, right?
Well, yeah, all three of them connect. Paper Rings, and then You're Losing Me, and then the new song.
That's right. And
yeah.
I've had probably 3 or 4 women in my DMs shit tell me that.
But the thing is I don't like any of those songs. I don't like Paper Rings. I don't like You're Losing Me either. When you said you liked it, I re-listened to it, and I was like, yeah, it's not my favorite.
The one thing I have so many thoughts about Taylor Swift now that I listened to her entire discography, and I've talked, that was something I wasn't expecting either, was when from the very first Taylor album that I posted on my, for those of you that don't know, while I was listening to each album, I wouldn't say something about every song, but it turned into that because
you liked, or you had a comment on each of the, yeah.
And I could have went in on it. Like, there's so many thoughts I had about every song. I could have been podcasting while I was listening to the albums. So I would post them to my Instagram when I would listen to them, and I would listen to them while I was working out. So it's easy for me to get through albums because I listen to albums when I work out. So, a lot of her albums, I would be like, okay, this album's fucking an hour and a half. I'll do 30 minutes of weights and an hour of cardio or whatever. And I was
just like, when you posted that video of you like doing the
pull-ups.
Pull-ups and the freaking it was Anti-Hero. I was dying laughing because just the thought of you working out and listening to Taylor Swift just made me die laughing.
There's so many times, because there would be times where when a banger comes on from Taylor Swift, especially because some of her music is so slow.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're just working out and whatever. You just
right.
And then a banger comes on and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's
so funny.
It's so okay. So let's start. How should we even start this? Okay, let's do. Oh man, I have so many thoughts about this. Okay, let's start with asking you some questions.
Okay.
About your fandom of Taylor Swift before we get into like my experience with the stuff, So, have you seen Taylor Swift live?
Yeah.
You saw her, because did you see, who opened for her?
I don't know. I saw the Speak Now tour.
The Speak Now tour.
So she was like, 18, I think, at that time?
Damn.
I don't even remember who opened for her. Because mom saw her when she opened for Rascal Flatts, and she was like 15.
Damn, she opened for Rascal
Yeah,
Flatts?
and mom saw her then, but I saw her for the Speak Now tour. I think it was. Yeah, it was. Because I remember she had this, like, the stage was incredible, and she was like...
Oh, yeah, so 2011, 2012 is when she did that tour. Oh, damn, it even has her set list. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I didn't honestly, know... I've never been, a really big fan of her. So, growing up, I knew her songs, but I wasn't... I didn't know a ton of her songs. Nice spelling. Can they see that? I'm not one to comment, but yeah, at Rexall, 2011.
Damn, and she was at Rexall?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Damn, she was already touring the world. $40 million.
Yeah. Well, you got to think that Teardrops on My Guitar was like from her first album, and it went nuts.
And that's what it was. It's like right from the beginning, I was like, holy fuck, this is her first project. She had these songs on her first album. Well, she had a couple songs on her first album that were good. The rest of the album was like,
I love that album.
Her first one?
Yeah.
You loved it.
Mm-hmm. It's probably, I don't know if it's my most listened to, but I love.
I think I know what. So you've seen Taylor Swift once?
Yeah, once. Just that one. I was like, I don't even know. 2011. How old would I have been?
How old were you when you saw her?
Well, I'm 25. So what is that?
In 2011, you saw her about?
You're better at math than I am.
Okay, so wait. So that's 13
I was like 11.
Ago. Yeah, so 11, 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were pretty young.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't listen to Taylor Swift before that?
Like, I knew of her songs. Like, there was a few songs I knew, but like the Speak Now album is probably, I'd say, the least known. Like, there's not a lot of songs on there that like was on the radio, you know? So I didn't know a lot of the songs from Speak Now, but it was a great concert. Like, it was crazy. Everyone was like, had 13s all over them and everything. Like, it was really entertaining to be there.
That's sick. I'm trying to find. I want us to rank her albums.
Well, no, just go albums order. Oh, you want to rank it on the thing?
Yeah. How would I look that up? Actually,
album ranking. Go like that, maybe sorter.
Yeah, but that had like a lame one.
Yeah, that is lame.
How would I? No. Online sorter maybe.
Yeah. You think that would be like?
Yeah, you think it would?
Oh, no, that song.
What? Do I have to make one of these for the internet?
Wait, go up. What about this one?
This one?
How to rank your favorite? Yeah.
It always is this thing. Interesting. Okay, is this everything? No, it's not her new one.
Well, the new ones would just be at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just okay. Maybe we'll go your top 3 Taylor albums.
Okay.
And then your least favorite one.
Okay, my top 3 and then my least favorite. Okay, this is actually hard.
Yeah, okay. So I'll
you want to go first?
Okay, so we'll say our number. Okay, let's go number 3s.
Okay.
Our 2s, and then our 1s.
Okay.
Okay, I will have to go.
Oh my gosh, this is actually really hard. This is probably the hardest I've thought in a while.
I thought about this way before. This is.
Okay, and then the new album's got to be on there too.
And then her new album. Oh shit, I actually don't know. Okay, so one thing I'll say, I became a big fan of Taylor Swift after doing this. I was like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. She has so many good songs.
Yeah.
She has so many good songs. And for a lot of people saying that she's like one note, like she always does the same thing, I can see where that comes from. I can see where they get that from, but then I'm like, well, just because she doesn't make drastic changes doesn't mean that they're not different. Every album sounds completely, well, other than Folklore and Evermore, I will say.
Yeah.
You know, but every album really it's like every time I listen to literally album after album after album.
Right.
You know?
So you would know if they all sounded the same, right? Because no one really does that.
Absolutely not. So it was I've done this with a couple artists, Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West, in the Beatles, and her discography was the easiest to get through out of everybody's, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, maybe because I've heard less of her stuff, so more of it was a surprise.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's
right.
like I already heard all of Kanye West's albums and
Right.
all of Kendrick's. I just never listened to them in order. Before.
Right. Yeah.
And the Beatles was cool, but the Beatles also have a lot of songs that I was like, okay, yeah, this is for me. But yeah, so Taylor Swift, I would say, is in here. I guess I'll show y'all the list. Okay, so do you want to go with? Do you have a third?
Okay, I'd say my third is.
Do you need to look up the track list of any of them?
No, I can picture them. It honestly is hard because it depends on my mood. Like if I'm in like a sad girl mood, folklore, lover kind of, but it really depends on my mood. I'd say my third is going to be Red.
Red is in a place that high.
Because that album came out when I was in junior high. And so I think I know the most songs off of Red. I think I know the words to almost every single song on that album.
It's because I'm typing with one hand.
Yeah,
Red, Taylor Swift, track list. I'm just trying to think.
there's just so many good ones. Like I Knew Your Trouble, All Too Well. All Too Well just takes the cake. Stay, Stay, Stay is one of my favorites. It's just like such a fun one. Begin Again.
Holy Ground.
Red is such a good one.
Yeah.
Everything Has Changed with Ed Sheeran. I love that song.
I also thought, and I thought this time around too. I always think Bad Blood is on this album.
No. Yeah, it's not 1989. It's just because it's called Red.
And that's what I'm like, why do I keep
thinking
I remember listening to this album being like, wait, what?
Yeah. It just got so many bangers on it. Like, it's just such a fun album.
So you're going to put Red at number
3. Yeah.
And I think I'm going to put 1989 at number 3.
I do like 1989.
1989. I'm going to have to.
Clean is like such a banger on that album.
1989.
Bad Blood, Style.
Because it's Shake It Off.
Shake It Off, Blank Space. Wildest Dreams.
Out of the Woods might be one of my favorite songs of all time now.
Damn.
I'm like, why is this song so good, so catchy, so simple? I was like, I remember when
a good one.
When that came on, I was like, okay, this was one of the easiest albums to listen to the whole thing to, because it was just like.
Well, you probably knew. Did you know the most songs on this album? Probably, hey, because you probably knew Bad Blood already and Style.
I think so.
Oh, actually, maybe Fearless, because You Belong With Me, and
I was, as much as I didn't know all of her
Love
songs,
Story.
I would say.
I do love this album.
1989. I knew more. Yeah, and that's probably why it ranked higher. Actually, probably now that you say it. Even Hey Steven, right? That's what that one is.
Hey Steven.
That was I didn't like it at the beginning, and I liked it more as it went on. Yeah. Okay. So you went with Red.
Honestly, if All Too Well was not on the Red album, it probably wouldn't have been on my top 3. But I probably listened to All Too Well every single day. Like I listen to the 10-minute version every single day. Like, because if you're on a car ride and you got like a 10-minute drive, I'm like, oh, I'll just put All Too Well on, or like.
I wish we could listen to the songs, but we can't do that on anything.
But it's the best. I love that song.
As a refresher to myself, because I fucking got through so many songs. Okay, so then number 2.
Okay. I think my number 2. Oh, this is hard. Can I have 2 in my number 2?
You're going to tie it? Yeah.
I'm going to tie it with Midnight's in the new album. Because I honestly love the new album. At first, I was like, did not really like it. But like Lavender Haze, Anti-Hero.
What's the song? What's the album called again?
Tortured Poets Department.
That was weird. Okay, just spell it out. Damn.
No, just do listen. Oh, there. Fortnight.
Oh,
I want to know how you feel about that song. Let's just skip everything and just talk about that song and that freaking music video.
Oh my! I have so many thoughts. Okay, so the one thing I will say is, oh, hold on. We are getting our coffee delivery here.
Oh yes.
Hold on 1 second here. Thank
Holy
you, Father.
F, Dad. Thank you. Thanks,
Oh,
Pops.
My goodness.
And they have plastic straws at Second Cup, so that's why they're my favorite now.
Excellent.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Jordan.
Oh, no problem.
You're gonna have one?
I am gonna have one.
Man, this is probably the best coffee I've ever had.
This one?
This one.
I don't know if
I'm in like my matcha era right now, but like I had this coffee the other day and I like could not stop talking about it. I just never thought coconut and coffee would be so good.
Oh, that is solid. I got it because it's only like a couple hundred calories.
It tastes like a macadamia nut cookie.
It does. This is the new
coconut cream cold brew.
Coconut cream cold brew from Second Cup. Sometimes Second Cup fucking sucks. Fucking sucks. Me and Brandon went and got coffee there I think the last time we did a podcast. Awful.
Really?
Awful. And it was just, I just got a regular cold brew and he got like a vanilla one. It's like and it was just terrible. I don't know why.
But lately it's been smacking because I went twice. Well, 3 times. This is my 3rd coffee in 2 weeks from them.
Oh, I thought you meant.
No. I've been trying to cut back on my coffee.
God, small.
No.
I was like, oh my
no.
God, I'm feeding the
Yeah, they're
habit.
so good.
Yeah, no, it looks unreal. Yeah, I started doing because I still only eat the 1 meal a day, but every once in a while I'll have a coffee during the day. It's like technically I'm not eating anything. Yeah, it breaks my fast, but my thing wasn't fasting every day for 24 hours.
Right, it was just not eating
1 meal a day. So I'm like, I know it's kind of a douchey technical loophole.
Not really.
But I was like, it's my thing.
Yeah, it's your diet. Who cares what the trolls say?
Yeah, like, hey, fuck y'all.
Even though you entertain me because I really like reading the comments, they make me laugh.
Because sometimes if I'm in a mood, I'll go and I'll clown. Because my favorite thing is to respond back with the clown emoji.
Right.
They get so mad. They're talking shit, and I'll be like, "Okay, bro," and just clown emojis.
That's hilarious.
And they're like, "You're so immature. You're such a dick." I was like, "You're the one insulting my."
Who cares?
Sometimes I'll have. Oh, it's so funny. Okay.
But yeah, so mine is tied for the Midnights and the new album. Tied.
Wait, we're talking about
Fortnite.
Holy K.
Do you know what Fortnite means?
In 2 weeks, right?
Right, yeah.
It means I too actually because.
Did you Google it?
No, I was watching a old like Western or something, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this journey is going to take us a fortnight," and I was like, "What the fuck measure of time is that?" And I've known it for years actually.
Oh, that's because Jeremy told me we were waiting for Second Cup, and the song came on, and he's like, Fortnite means 2 weeks, right? I'm like, no, it doesn't. And he's like, well, what do you think the song's about, the game? And I'm like, well, obviously not.
I thought it was,
but I didn't know it was about that. And I was like, I can't believe he knew. But yeah,
unreal. As soon as the music video started, I was like, this is probably one of the best music videos ever.
Oh, it's just crazy.
From frame 1, I was like,
when she's in the insane asylum and she like just looks gorgeous. Oh,
I was just like, this is art at its finest extent. That's like, this song is unreal. It's 2 of the biggest pop stars of all time making an actual piece of art. It's like, they both got together and said, okay, or whoever wrote, or like,
right.
I don't know if Posty wrote anything on that song.
Right, but
he might have just been like,
the feature, right? Yeah.
So I don't know if he actually wrote anything, but it was sick. The visuals, the song itself was so good, and it instantly set you up for what the rest of the album was going to sound like too.
Yeah, I think it's a good first track.
And this is one thing that Taylor Swift does, I think, incredibly well after listening to literally all of her albums, except her again. So the only things I didn't really listen to were some of the extended ones, So I didn't listen to a lot of from the vault tracks,
which some of them are really good, so I'm kind of sad about it, but that's okay.
And but I did listen to some that people pointed out, you should go listen to this one, you should go listen to this one, because again, I wanted to get it in the original order of the.
That does make sense, though.
It's like that's what I was really going for, because it's like, it's kind of hard to judge her second or third album. She's got a Chris Stapleton feature on it, and I was just like, well, of course this song is going to be unreal,
right?
But like, that's not what I'm doing this for. I'm doing this for to understand Taylor Swift more. So that and this album was unreal. So you're tying Midnight and the Tortured Poets Department at number 2.
Yeah, because I love this new album. It's insane.
So that being said, I will give the Tortured Poets Department my number 2.
Really? It's good.
And the only reason, I'll say this too, I was having this conversation with somebody even on my Instagram last night. I just finished this album yesterday. And the only reason I won't give it a number 1 spot is because it's brand new. And, there's this thing in boxing. It's just used heavily in boxing. It's really prominent in any fighting sport, but it's just human nature. Is everyone thinks that the most current champion is the best fighter.
Right.
And that's not necessarily the truth, Yeah. But people like the new thing so much that in their mind are like, oh yeah, he's the greatest of all time. It's like, what?
Well, it's like that in so many things, though. Like even the LeBron and Michael Jordan debate, like there's so much of that kind of stuff. Yeah, that is true.
And so that's the only reason I'm giving it number 2, is because I was like, this album, and I listened to the whole thing. I listened to all 31 tracks,
It's good.
I did, and it was easy to get through. The 2 hour and 5 minute record. It was easy to get through, and I couldn't believe the interesting production on the album, how good of a songwriter she is, and she's just, I don't know if there's ever been an artist who, what would you even say? It's the connection to her fan base and the things that she does with her songs. I get why you would be. I listen to all of her music, and I couldn't consider myself a Swiftie because I get it. I get it. There's a whole next level of this line and this song.
Yeah, I don't even consider myself one, because people are insane. Like insane. It's actually crazy.
And she sets you up for if that's something you want, she's the only one doing it.
But and then it makes it so interesting, because like you listen to the song as like a person just enjoying music, and then you like I see it on TikTok of like, oh, this is about Matt Healy, and this is about Joe Alwyn, and this and that. And then it's like, even the Fortnight music video, if you watch it compared to like one of the 1975 songs, which is Matt Healy's song, they dated briefly, but they like, it was this big like 10-year thing. Anyways, but then the parallels to his music video and her music video are like insane. Like
see, I knew watching that music video, I was like, this is sick, but I bet if you're a Swiftie, it's crazy.
Because then there's so many Easter eggs. Like she had 13 clips in her hair. Like there's so many things.
It's the amount of thought
and detail
into everything, where I'm like, even me just going through her discography, hearing essentially all of her songs once. I mean, on top of all of the radio hits you hear a million times.
Right.
Hearing all of her songs once, there was things I was able to pick up on. And I was like, damn, this is me just, I mean, listening with intent. It's not like I'm just putting on the album.
Right.
And, it's like I'm listening very intently to every second of her fucking album. And there was so much I was able to catch. So I was like, this must be, and you should see my DMs too. It's just women going, she's a genius.
I know.
What
That's
a
so funny.
And then on top, and this is one thing I gotta point out too. I post, because I work out and listen to music all the time. And so I post songs, or, I'll throw my that's why I throw my 2 cents in.
Right.
For the songs that I listen to. Like Kendrick Lamar, who just dropped a diss track on Instagram. Oh my god, that was hype. But Because the week or two, I can't remember when I listened to that Future album, but you know, Future,
Right.
you know, drugs, bitches, you know, great album too. We don't trust you, is what the album's called. And you know, I'm posting songs like, this is sick. But it wasn't until I posted the first Taylor Swift thing that people messaged me and were like, why are you listening to this devil music? And I was like,
that's wild.
Oh my, I can post these fuck you, these super profound, or not profound, profanity driven rap.
I don't know about profound.
Drugs getting fucked up.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh yeah, I love this song. But you post Taylor Swift and people are like, and then actually another one that was really big is when I did that run to her concert.
Right.
So I ran for the full length of her concert. I did.
Which is insane that you did that. It's very impressive.
And then I found out afterwards, I thought I was so cool and original. There's the Taylor Swift running challenge.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
I have heard of that, but I've never seen it for the Eras tour. I've only seen it for the albums.
oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, what the fuck?
But maybe it is I bet there's one for the movie too, because it's the girl that does it on TikTok, right?
This is the 3-hour set list.
Oh.
Yeah, I even stole this picture.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And you just like walk or whatever, and yeah, you sing the songs. I was like, man, I'm not singing the song. But I found out after, I was like,
why is that? Because that's how she trained for it? Is that why they're saying? Because that's their speculation, is that that's how she trained to be fit for it, as she used to just sing her songs on the treadmill.
Oh, I even seen Miley Cyrus do that.
Oh,
and
which it's extremely like,
because I mean, Taylor Swift's never like belt, like, you know, Miley Cyrus
Right.
is Miley Cyrus is a better
singer, yeah.
You know, Miley Cyrus is a great, but not necessarily a better artist. I'm just yeah,
Okay.
I was like, fuck. Okay, wait,
okay, so now we're at number 2. We just finished number 2.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you said this one. Okay, what's your number 1 then?
I want to see if you can guess it. I bet you
Okay,
it's
show
not
me the
what
albums.
you think.
Show me the albums.
Where were we here? Yeah, right here. I was surprised.
Okay, so you said 1989 and then the new album, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say your favorite was Lover?
No.
Okay, can I have another guess?
Yeah, you absolutely can. You
Oh,
absolutely can.
this is hard.
I know. And I'm telling
You're
you,
surprised.
I was like, I didn't think I was gonna pick that one. But almost right from the beginning, I was like, okay, shit.
I know you didn't like Folklore and Evermore as much as you thought you would. Well, it has to be at the beginning then.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. By giving you, I think Folklore was my number 4. I was debating it, putting it at number 3.
Okay, mine Folklore is probably my number 4 too.
Oh, okay, because I really liked Folklore.
Betty is like one of my favorite songs.
Oh, crazy
song.
And then when she played it,
and then Exile, like with
oh yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I was like, some of the songs on that album are my favorite.
Is it Reputation?
No.
What is it?
Midnights.
Wow.
I thought that
I didn't think you'd like how poppy it is.
I loved how pop, because that's the thing. When pop music is done right, it is some of my, like Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa.
Oh, I guess it is similar vibe.
Post Malone.
Yeah.
Post Malone's not a rapper. He's a pop artist. You
Right.
know? And I love Post Malone. I love pop music. I just don't love all pop music. But
right.
I
didn't expect that. The album is good.
And then this album got me so hyped for her new one. I was like, because, okay, wait, I'll tell you my least favorite after. So what's your number 1?
My number 1 is Fearless.
Fearless.
Yeah. Yep. That's probably my most listened to album, I think.
Pull up that track list. Let's pull up that track list.
Oh, I love this album. Like Fearless, I love that song.
See, this is why I didn't listen to the full version.
The Way You Loved Me, love that song.
Love Story is insane.
White Horse is like nostalgic for me because I did a dance for that song when I was a kid in like junior high. We did a like I was a competitive dancer, so we did a song. We did White Horse, and so that song is just like nostalgic to me. I love 15.
Damn, I don't know if I would have thought that this was your okay, so number 1 is Fearless.
Fearless.
Number 2 is tied with Midnights and
Yeah.
Tortured Poet.
Which is kind of cheating, but
Yeah, but I mean,
it's our game. We can make up our own rules.
who cares? We got a good idea. And then number 3 was Lover.
No, what did I say number 3 was? I don't even remember now. Red. It's like
you did have 4 songs.
Yeah, I was like, what?
In your top 3. And then you would put Folklore at number 4.
Yeah.
I also would put Folklore because Folklore is great.
I think we're gonna have the same, our least favorite.
Okay. Do you want to say it on? We'll say it. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and say it.
Okay, ready?
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Evermore. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry to the Evermore lovers.
I was the most disappointed listening to that album. That was the hardest album.
Can you look up the track list? Sorry to interrupt you. It was, I can't remember what's on that album.
And people were upset with my thoughts on it. That's the one thing.
Oh.
You can say anything you want as long as it's positive or neutral about Taylor Swift, but say you don't like something. Say this wasn't my favorite. I'm not rude. I'm just
right.
I'm never like, oh, what a piece of shit song, or like, it's like I still understand these songs are insane. Even her worst songs are incredible.
I do love so many songs on this album though. Like Champagne Problems.
Problems is
I
great.
love Marjorie. Tolerate It. I never liked Tolerate It until I started watching the movie. And that's the one where she's at the table with the guy, with the dancer, and she's like throwing stuff. I never liked that song until I heard it in the movie, and like it's one of my favorites now. But
this is fucking crazy.
I told you. Delish. I know my cold brews. I hope they leave it forever. It's so good.
It is. What? Sorry to interrupt, but every time I take a sip, I just get fucking dopamine hit to the dome.
Well, it's also good for you because you don't like. When do you drink sugar or eat sugar?
That also is true.
But yeah, I do love those 3 songs. But the rest of them, like Willow is good. I just started liking Willow. Willow was crazy in the movie when they had those like glowing balls and they were dancing. Oh. Which everyone's like, oh, she's a witch. I'm like, oh my God, it's dancing. Like,
and also, even if she was a witch,
who cares? Yeah.
There's Wiccans out there.
Yeah.
I know I have so many. Actually, I bet you 3 or 4 of my Wiccan friends are going to watch this. Shout out to y'all.
But it's just like, it's art. Like, people just forget that, like, sometimes I don't know. I think people take things too seriously with music and stuff. It's like, if you're enjoying it, who cares?
Yeah, like some people, the things that people say about Taylor, I was talking to Andrew about this too. I mean, I've been talking to everyone about Taylor Swift, obviously. That's the main thing of my, and I know
so funny.
I've brought it up to Brandon a couple times too, and I could just tell
he does. Well, I bet Menzak didn't give a fuck either.
I'm just like, I know this is.
It's so funny. You're turning into like a little Swiftie talking about Taylor Swift all the time. That's hilarious.
I can't help it. It's like I just listen to her for 2 hours for fucking. How many albums does she have?
11.
Yeah, like I just listened to fucking a day's worth of Taylor Swift. Evermore, because I liked Folklore so much, and at that time, so I guess that would have been my favorite album leading, so far was Folklore in that order, and that's why it's interesting to listen to someone's discography because you go through this wave of hearing stuff in the order it came out, and you're like, oh, okay, I like this Taylor Swift. This is now my favorite Taylor Swift. And it's like, oh wait, now she's here, and it's changed, and now it's like, oh, like that's why Midnights was such an interesting album that I like so much because I liked Folklore so much.
Yeah.
But then, like 1989, I was like, pop Taylor Swift is
the GOAT.
Is the GOAT. Yeah. That's why she has $1 billion.
Yeah. She just really does it right.
And then she
so catchy.
She, and I understand why she has a primarily female fan base. It's because she is where I think Taylor Swift's songwriting talent lies the most. Oh, what a mouthful that was. Holy shit. Is her ability to provoke a range of emotions, actually.
Yeah.
She's not only like, like a lot of, and it's one of the biggest reasons why I like artists like Jacob Collier or Kendrick Lamar, because they can provoke so many different emotions, but I mean, sonically very complicated. She's able to do it from a much simpler place, like where the music, a lot of my favorite Kendrick songs, I can't go, I'm not listening on replay because they're too much.
Right.
You know, it's like watching a 3-hour movie. It's like, man, this is an amazing piece of art, and but it's like, I'm not playing this every day. I can't. This is too much. This is way too much. While Taylor Swift, even some of her crazy, like Evermore, like the song Evermore on this album is crazy, and even her 10-minute song. So this is one thing I'll talk about. The 10-minute song, when I first listened to it, which is what again? What's the song called?
All Too Well.
All Too Well. The first time I listened to it, I was like,
did you only listen to the 10-minute version? Did you listen to the other?
I listened to both.
You listened to both?
I listened to both. So
I was curious about that.
Because the original version was good. And then I listened to the 10-minute version and I was like, this is good. And this was easy to listen to, which is what you want from a song that's 10 minutes long. But I was like, it's too hyped up. Too many people told me it was too crazy. And it wasn't as crazy. Because it's like, I know some songs that are insane, that are 7 and 8 minutes long.
Right.
And they, like, from Jacob Collier or Kendrick Lamar, and they take you on a fucking journey.
Right.
You know? And so I had the wrong intentions going in because, again,
you were thinking of it more as like a piece of art rather than just like a banger song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She plays that song in the concert.
Did you see how the microphone had the ombre that matched her outfit? So her outfit started as red, like a dark red color, and then it faded to black at the bottom, and then her microphone matched.
All Too Well.
Eras tour movie. Yeah. Look at the full body one. That one? You can see it. Like, it's her outfits and everything in that movie is insane.
And that was another thing too. That run wasn't very long, but I was so captivated the entire time. I was like, from the very start, from the very beginning, I was like, I understand why people would pay you any amount of money to come, because even if you don't like Taylor Swift, you would go to that concert, I think, and be blown away.
For sure.
I was like, and again, this is me not being a Swiftie. This is me. And I was like, the outfits, the dancers, the
dancers are insane. The production, everything connects. Like, even how they do the eras, like,
that was one thing too. How they did the eras was, I was like, this is astonishing that you're able to do this. It was crazy that she even has that many songs from every project, that it was never bullshit. It was never, okay, she's just trying to fill time.
Right.
You could tell. And then when she came on with Reputation, is that when it was the snake?
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Ugh.
What a badass. What a fucking...
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And I thought she was going to be like more provocative than she was.
But she does it right. Like, she does it right. She can be sexy Taylor Swift, but it's still like, kids go to this and it's still appropriate. Like, yeah, she swears and stuff, but like 90% of her songs are, I would say, not are kid friendly.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
not a lot of them swear. I mean, her new album is different. It's funny because they like rank her albums on how much she swears. Her first album has like, it says damn twice, and then her new album says like the F word like 20 times. So it's kind of funny, but
That's hilarious.
But that's the nice thing about her, is that she is like, she can do all that. Like, she acts like a 32-year-old, she's not trying to act like she's for kids, but she's still appealing to kids because she's just so much herself, right? But yeah, that is true.
Because that was one thing I was like, because so many people say she's inappropriate. And I was like, yeah, maybe if you have the most Christian,
right? Yeah,
it's like, yeah, if you're the most extreme conservative viewpoint, I could see how but then you're talking about literally anybody.
Well, any pop music, yeah.
It's like, okay, you're probably also Usher shirtless at the Super Bowl was probably too much for you too. Well, actually, Usher was way more sexual at the Super Bowl than Taylor Swift's 3-hour call.
Yeah, for sure.
Way more sexual. I was just like, and that's what I was like, man, she really, one thing I think she does really well too is she has that, is she religious?
She was born Christian, I think. But I don't think she's like, she believes in God and stuff, but I don't think she's like a practicing Christian anymore.
She just has those gospel-y, because
I think she grew up like a gospel singer.
Oh, because that's one of the things she does, and she brings out on her albums every once in a while that's kind of like my favorite style of, if you're making this like churchy, like what is that feeling? It's like, it's not impact. She has very empowering, like hopeful,
yeah.
Hope, like not even like, because she has like romantically hopeful. She has lots of love songs, lots of breakup songs. Yes, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those songs where she's like, everything is gonna be okay, and it's like she builds up these songs, and I mean, she works with, I think, 2 main producers. I think Jack
Antonoff, is that his name?
And I think that's the guy who did the last album. Yeah, Jack Antonoff. And then
I think he's done most of her new stuff. I think since
the Issues,
since Folklore.
Oh, because I think
maybe even since Reputation, because he did Getaway Car. He's probably been on there for a while.
Then there's, I mean, I understand that she's also had many other producers. Producing it's a lot of it is that Jack Antonoff.
Yeah, because I think he's done lots.
I'd have to dive more into it and see too, because I know there's always Travis Kelce. We'll get to that too. There's lots. Okay, this is gonna be easily. Maybe this won't be just Taylor.
Yeah.
Holy shit! There's so much to talk about with this. So her concert was insane. So that's one thing that I think is one of my favorite aspects of the range of what Taylor Swift does. I see her get shit on a lot again because people are like, she's one tone, she's always writing about the same things. But even in her latest album, when she's talking about, she has that song called Peter. I think that's this album. I think it's the longer. I think it's in the extended version.
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
I don't think I've heard that song actually.
Okay, so why I was impressed and why this song stood out for me is she's writing. It's about a guy who doesn't grow up. Like it's like Peter Pan. Peter Pan's with referenced songs. I was so impressed with that she was still able to make it an original perspective and tell, and even though that this cliche of Peter Pan has been used so time and time again, that she was still able to make this song. This is one of my favorites on this one, songwriting wise, because of it. Like she's just
and you like
so
Florida, good. Hey, with Florence the Machine.
Oh yeah, cool. This album sounded so cool.
Every song is like, I find really different.
Oh, Louis Bell, that's cool. So Louis Bell I'm reading on her Wikipedia that Louis Bell also helped produce this. Louis Bell is essentially the Jack Antonoff to Post Malone.
Oh, I
He's
see.
like his dude, you know.
Oh, look, he did write it. If you go back, Post Malone did help write it. Austin Post.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick.
Oh, that's interesting.
See, and that's the one thing. Vocals, though. So he might have just wrote some of the harmonies. He might not have wrote the lyrics. So, because it's like when you get songwriting credits, you got to remember when people write songs, a lot of people get this confused. Oh, see, and this is where he vocal engineer. So he probably recorded Post Malone. And then Post Malone might have just maybe came up with harmonies and stuff. I don't know. This is where it gets kind of confusing, because when you're writing a song, wait, hold on. Writers, technicians. Oh, yeah. When you're writing a song, the writers are the people who not only write the lyrics, but write the melodies and the drum parts and all of that. Like, you know, if you.
Oh, wow.
So it's like because if I come up with the drums part, you know,
right,
and then I write it out or show someone how to do it, and then I record a drummer playing the drum part that I wrote, I still wrote the drums. He just performed the drum part.
Oh, wow.
So it's the same thing with vocals. I could write the song, write the melody, and then just you sing it, and you didn't write it, but you performed it.
Right.
So you wouldn't get any songwriting credits from it, but you would get performance credits.
Right.
It gets confusing.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. So it's like, this is very broad, and from this alone, you could not tell me who did what, really.
Yeah.
You know?
That album's so good. Oh,
yeah.
I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. It's been my anthem this week. The part that's like, I cry a lot, but I am so productive. It's an art. I need that on a shirt. I was looking on Etsy today. I was like, I honestly need that on a shirt.
The one song that was talked about everywhere that
I didn't even like that song either.
Thank You, Amy part. I was like, this song, I get it. Shots fired. That's okay. That's another thing about Taylor Swift. I understand after listening to Taylor Swift's discography, I understand why Taylor Swift and Kanye West don't get along. They're the same person.
Exact same person.
They're the same person. They're petty. They talk shit. Taylor Swift, that was the one thing from album 1. I was like, oh, she's been talking shit from day 1. She has about a boy or something, you know, but she's always like, hey, fuck you a little bit. You know, always from the beginning. So I was like, that's real. That's cool. That's part of her swagger. She can just really, she can be vulnerable. So what's impressive to me as an artist, and this is one thing I think I've grown, because it's like before I was really into like music had to be complicated. I like the blues. I like B.B. King. But then, you know, I really like reggae, and reggae's super simple. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, JusJrdn here, interrupting myself to do my own ad. Thank you so much for all the likes, subscriptions, and thanks for checking out this video. If you really want to support me and the channel, the best thing that you can do is pre-order my vinyl record. I've been working on this record for forever. It's only coming out on vinyl. There will only ever be 1,000 copies of this vinyl ever released, and it would mean the world if you bought it. I spent a lot of time, a lot of money, worked with some of the best musicians in all of Canada, especially all of Edmonton, to put this together. It's a beautiful album, influences of rock, hip hop, and it's just a beautiful, unique piece of art, and it's made for the art lovers. But it's going to be gold. It's beautiful colors, so many great artists on this. And yeah, it's my second album of all time, Olympus, and I'm so proud of it. So it would mean the world if you could pick it up. If you really want to support the channel, it would mean everything. All right, back to the podcast. Oh, also, before back to the podcast, you can pre-order it at www.primepurposemovement.com/shop. All right. Thank you. Goodbye. but it was impactful. The music had a bigger message. You know, Bob Marley had a bigger message, and so then I like artists that had bigger messages, like Kendrick Lamar. Like, you know, it's like, yeah, there's this song, but it's like what the song stands for is Black history, the Black community, and the Black perspective in America, and making it out of Compton, and, you know, overcoming impossible odds. And Jacob Collier, you know, I've become a huge fan because he's often referred to as your favorite musician's favorite musician. He's a prodigy, and he's a prodigy since he was a child. You know, he's a genius. And so then he makes art that literally no one else can make because they're not smart enough. You know, it's like, but what Taylor Swift does is, and what I think she's shown me is what I think is most, because I didn't think I was going to like so much of her discography. That's what the thing was. And I was like, I like most of what she does. Wow. And I'm impressed by most of what she makes.
I didn't think you were going to be like that either.
And then I was also I'm impressed by the songwriting, the production, there's always something, even on her worst album, there's so many better things to say than worse things, I think.
Yeah.
You know, if you're coming at things from an unbiased standpoint, because I think
that's the good thing about you, is that you are unbiased when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, what did you gain or lose about talking shit about her or not? You know, like, and that's why it's like good to see it from your perspective, because you really are unbiased when it comes to things like that.
Yeah, I just liked it. I like a huge range of things. I like things that are just good. You know, it's like I can. Even again, Evermore, not to keep shitting on it.
It is a good album, okay?
It's still good. But it was still phenomenal to listen to for the most part. I found that album to be, and why I'm really shitting on it the most is because it's like, I think she got what she needed to out of Folklore.
I just think they were too close together. If they would have been split up, I think the album would have seemed a bit better than it was. But having them too close together, and then Folklore being like such a banger, and then Evermore just kind of seemed like it's like sad sister. So
I was like, this is. But then what's after Folklore?
Well,
what's after
Evermore is Midnights.
Once I heard Evermore, I was like, you know, I'm fucking 10 Taylor Swift albums in, and I get to Evermore, I was like, is this where we're going? Is she like, could she not make a new original album? You know, is what I was like, oh man, I hope Midnight isn't just like a compilation of all of her other albums.
Right.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why that album to me stood out so much, because it came off of my least favorite project.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh no, the beats in it, and I was impressed with, there was some songs.
It's right there. Midnight.
Oh.
Lavender.
Yeah, Lavender Haze right at the beginning. I was like, wait, what the fuck is this?
Such a good song, hey?
And then Antihero, all of these.
Midnight
Snow
Rain.
on the Beach. I liked all of these. Vigilante shit. Cause that's so that's what I was gonna get. I went on a huge tangent. The thing that makes a good artist to me, no matter what style of music they make, I'll listen to a country album, I'll listen to whatever album. But what makes and I learned, and actually who said this originally was fucking John Mayer, which isn't that one of her exes, ironically enough.
Dear John's about him.
Oh,
On
obviously.
Speak Now. I think. I'm pretty sure.
So
that's a good song.
He said, you know, you can write so many songs and whatever. A lot of them can be good, but a lot of them you can't put out because they're not authentic. Like, you know, like you as an artist, you might be able to deliver it and it might be able to be listenable, but it's like everyone has heard a song from an artist and they're like, that just doesn't sound like you.
Right.
You know, and they could be trying something different. They can be experimenting, But what makes a good song from an artist is that authenticity. It's like,
Yeah.
you believe that this chick could be, if she's sad, she writing this from a sad space, or she's writing this from a mad place, or she's like, this is a real emotion she's able to get across, and I believe it. Like, you know?
And I think that's why people connect with her so much, is that she can, like, even on this album alone, like, there's so many songs that you can connect to as a woman, but even anyone, really, right? Like, there's so many, like, from all of her albums, there's at least one song that you can connect to. Like, oh, I met someone like that, or I went through that emotion, or,
And I guess that's also a good point you brought up, especially being a woman. It's like, I'm listening to this through a male perspective,
right?
You know, but understanding that she's writing it through a female's perspective.
Yeah,
she's a female artist. Mm-hmm. Like a dude is writing a chick song, like,
right?
You know?
Yeah.
But doesn't she have a song where she's writing from the dude's perspective?
Betty.
Yeah, right.
And even that song's a banger
because it's so authentic, and that's why I really liked. Because to make pop music, people really shit on pop. I was talking about this with Eric Hayden the other day too. It was like, people really shit on pop music, and I used to shit on pop music too, because I mean, these songs make so much money and get so popular.
Right.
And some of them fucking do suck. Mm-hmm. You know, as much as it's like, okay, bro, you did like this. A producer made the song. You're just the artist on it.
Right.
Like, you know, there are these songs that are just so overproduced and manipulated, and it's like, this has nothing to do with the artist. We gotta put this in AI, and you know, there's music like that. But Taylor Swift doesn't make that sort of pop music. You know, she really. And I remember this girl told me a long time ago that I needed to listen to Taylor Swift's music that wasn't just her pop hits, and I was like, whatever the fuck. I'm listening to Taylor Swift. You know?
That's so funny. Years later, that girl was right.
Absolutely. And it's like, and I can't, and then this is what gets me hyped, because I can't wait to see what she just dropped an album. But this is another thing I say about Taylor Swift, as opposed to some of my favorite artists, Kendrick, Kanye, Jacob Collier. Mm-hmm. They release albums once every maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is constantly putting out music.
Yeah.
Constantly. So it's like, when I say I can't wait for another Taylor Swift album, we might get one next year.
Yeah.
We might get one in 2 years.
Well, did you hear the speculation? So on the vinyl, if you open it, there's like a Stevie Nicks poem on it, and it says September 13th or something on it. But it says the day that Stevie Nicks wrote the poem, and then it just has like a random date and time. And September 13th it says September 13th, 8:50 p.m. And that's when Kanye went on stage and was like, Beyonce should have won at the VMAs. And so they think that Reputation is going to come out, the reboot is going to come out on that day. I'm like, that would be insane. I think that would be so smart of her to do that then. I think it's September 13th, if I'm correct, but because Reputation, there's only Reputation left in debut for her to do the reboots, and then she's done.
Oh, damn. I never even thought that she's not even finished.
So people thought that she was going to announce Reputation when she announced this album, because it's all black and white, and Reputation is all like black and white and kind of eerie, right? And so when she announced this album, everyone was like, oh, like, we didn't expect a new album. We thought it was Reputation.
That's crazy.
But that's the thing, is like, she really, like, even at the Grammys, she announced it, she kept going 2, and everyone's like, what does the 2 mean? And it was a double album. Like, she thinks through she is very meticulous, is the word, I guess. Well, like, she's ahead of everyone else. Like, it's so inspiring.
$1 billion.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, regardless, because even after listening to her music, she gave, this is going to be weird, but not weird. I shouldn't say that. She gave me the confidence to make simpler music, where it's like, not everything needs to be, because there's sometimes she makes, again, whether it's her or Jack, you know, it's like, her team, you know, some of the decisions they make with the production, you know, when I'm listening to the music, I'm really listening. You know,
Right.
It's like I'm trying to get a sense of like, damn, it's interesting. You know, oh, they're using this kick pattern again, or like I would even like. I bet you she does things musically that connect that people who are paying too close attention to just the lyrics, they don't understand what's going on sonically. You know,
Right.
it's like, well, because they like the shit talking, they like they like the drama of the lyrics, the stories that I think they miss because she is such a good lyricist. Because I wouldn't say she's a crazy vocalist ever. I don't think she's ever going on vocally, but that's only half of what it is. Some of the things she's doing musically in the songs, and I'm just like, that's such an interesting decision. That sounds kind of weird, but it works for whatever reason. It works. You took me on, because even she'll have these grandiose hooks or songs that build up from nothing, little synthesizer to these huge, the guitars coming in, the drums are banging, there's all these strings are coming in, and it's big and it's beautiful, and then the next song will be a mandolin, and it's just like the ride they take you on from album to album. I'm just, there's so much about each one of those projects that I'm just like, I don't know how people can shit on this girl. Other than when you get caught up of being, obviously she's one of the most famous people of all time.
Yeah, I think people get too caught up in like people's lives. I'm like, you don't know people's lives. Like celebrities, it's like you see a clip, you see them at a show, you see them doing this. It's like, we don't know how they are. Like, who cares? I just think people get too caught up in like people's lives. I'm like, you don't even know. Like, yeah, whatever. She talks shit about all the guys that she dates, and she goes through boyfriends. But it's like, okay, we'll go film, a 25-year-old in Edmonton. And how many boyfriends did she or he go through, Like, it's like, whatever. But yeah, again, people get caught up in that too much. Even like, right now, Morgan Wallen, like he's under the fire from throwing this chair. And it's like, did I stop listening to his music? No, because it's like, he writes good music. I like his songs, like at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, some people are shitty people and they're artists, but they make good songs.
I think you have to be able to, and I know this is still a huge debate, and it really depends. I do understand.
Yes.
It's circumstantial.
Yeah.
Really, and that's how things need to be looked at. But it's like separating the art from the artist, the person from what they do. It's like, people are shitty. Everybody's shitty.
But everyone makes mistakes. And, it's like, if you had a ton of money, would you not make mistakes too? It's like, you're not. Yeah, you went from a no one to a somebody overnight. Like,
one of the best examples of that is fucking Tiger Woods. It's like, yeah, he was a piece of shit husband. But he was a piece of shit husband. That doesn't mean he wasn't a phenomenal golfer.
Yeah.
Those are two different.
Yeah.
His golf career has nothing to do with his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He's also one of the top athletes of all time.
Exactly.
It's like, bruh, it's like, but then there's like,
But then there's people that, are actually horrible people and that you shouldn't be supporting them and that kind of stuff. But then again, that's your own.
Did you ever hear that joke from Andrew Schultz? I'm not a big Andrew Schultz.
No, I'm not usually a fan of him either.
I watched his stand-up whenever it came out on YouTube, and he's like, the difference between listening to somebody's music and not listening to somebody's music is how good they are. He's like, take for instance, he's like, when was the last time you heard an R. Kelly song? He's like, but they didn't stop playing Michael Jackson, did they? And I was like, oh shit.
But it's funny.
I was like, hey. So it's like, so I like the fact going through Taylor Swift's discography that I didn't know, I heard about breakups and all things. It's like, I also come from the hip hop world. If people talk shit about everybody, it's like,
yeah,
Taylor
that
Swift's
is true.
Shit about her boyfriends or whatever. I'm like, okay, fuck yeah. This is what art is for. This is what.
Yeah.
Fucking one of Kendrick Lamar's most unlistenable songs, which doesn't mean that it's not a masterpiece. What's that song called? That one. We Cry Together. Have you ever heard that song?
No.
It is the hardest song to listen to ever. It's and then the short film is crazy too. It's literally two people getting into a fight. It's a girl and a guy getting into a fight. And it's just like, wow, this is...
I gotta watch that. Well, maybe I'll watch it at home when I can cry.
It's I remember listening to the album and like, especially if I'm listening to like a Kendrick Lamar album or something where I've been like waiting and anticipating, I'll sit in front of my speakers,
right?
Because that's like the best
quality, yeah.
And so I'll sit and listen to it loud and sit there and listen to it. This one, I remember when it came on, I had to turn it down. I was like, oh my God, I hope no one can hear this like outside. It is brutal.
Oh, wow.
Like, you gotta listen to it. You'll never listen to it again. You'll never listen. I've since maybe listened to it one more time, and I listen to this album all the time. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
I do like this album. That's the one that's there's a song on here I listen to all the time at the gym. I can't remember. The one about COVID.
Oh, N95.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah. Oh man. You gotta listen to his new diss track today too.
Oh,
yeah,
I do gotta do that.
Kendrick Lamar, he just dropped a new diss track. It's only on YouTube. It's called Euphoria.
Really?
Yeah. YouTube's getting crazy. Did you see that?
It's coming back.
Kanye West also... Wait, did he just drop a... Kanye West also just... Directed by Northwest. Kanye West just dropped a fucking new song.
No, is that the one? Oh, maybe not. Is that...
Oh, no, that might be the one...
With the Miss Westie song? Yeah. I don't know what... It's called Talkin'?
I could... Maybe. I don't know.
Did you watch the new Bad Friends?
Almost.
I can't wait to watch them on Family Feud.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be so funny, and I can't believe they got on there. I was pretty impressed. I can't wait to watch it. It's gonna be so funny because they sucked so bad at the questions. It was so funny. Oh, I love them.
What the fuck is it?
Is it gone?
Might be gone.
1 hour ago.
Yeah, but that's not on his account.
Oh yeah. They took it down?
He might have took it down. That's a Kendrick Lamar move.
Is it called Euphoria? Are you sure?
Yeah. I literally listened. Yeah.
What? And that was not even long ago. I got here like an hour ago.
I just turned the song off as it was pulling up. It was... Let's go on his actual... Oh, they took... Oh, no, it's right there.
Oh.
2 hours, 1.1 million views.
Why doesn't it come up right when it must be banned or something? Not banned, but restricted from YouTube, maybe?
Maybe. Holy fuck. That's crazy. 6.5 minutes, and it's just a full-on diss song. It
Go
is
listen to it.
Crazy. Damn, we talked a lot about Taylor Swift.
We did. So if you had to rate her movie out of 10, what would you give it?
Oh, 10.
Really?
Oh, I think. Oh, wow. I don't even. I've watched. Sorry.
What's the last concert you've watched since then?
Before that.
Like, there's not. Is there a lot of ones?
So that's what I was gonna say. So before that, there were several concerts that I watched online. Kanye West was doing quite a few of them where he was doing the arenas and he was doing those listening parties.
Oh, right. We watched Kendrick's together, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. Kendrick Lamar.
That was a good one.
That one was also crazy. The Weeknd did a listening party. Post Malone did a list. I watched all of those. Just Post Malone's was kind of, he literally wasn't just like.
He's so fun to watch perform. I honestly think Post Malone could sing with anyone and it would sound good.
I agree. He's
so versatile. Like, you got to listen to his Stagecoach performance. Like, him singing those country songs. Like, he sang 3 Wooden Crosses by Randy Travis. I had tears in my eyes. Because I love that song, and he did such a good job.
People shit on Post Malone doing country because he does autotune. What they don't understand is most of those fucking country singers are also using autotune. It's like Post Malone just doesn't hide it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the difference is Post Malone, but it's like you, maybe not someone like Garth Brooks, but
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, all the big ones.
Yes, there are some incredible singers in the country music genre, but everyone in every genre is using something. If it's not autotune, it's melodyne. It's some kind of pitch correct.
Yeah.
Nobody's singing without autotune, bro. It's what the human ear has grown to like. It's just what it is. But Post Malone, yeah, when he dropped this 12-karat toothache.
I don't think I've seen that.
And it's just him. He's sitting in a room, in this crazy, red room, and he has a bunch of people around him, and he's just listening to the whole album.
Oh, that's cool.
That album was.
That guy smokes so many cigarettes. Hey.
So many. This guy just is.
He was smoking on stage at Stagecoach.
He's just drinking, but to me, I think Post Malone and Travis Scott are today's rock star.
Yeah.
I think some of the rappers are still just rap stars, but I think Post Malone, is specifically Travis Scott, is like, this is what a rock star looks like in 2024. It's like, okay, it's him. It's this fucking chain smoking, beer guzzling, because it's not cool to do coke and stuff anymore. It's like,
no,
you can't expect that. It's like, some in like the rappers drinking lean, but it's like Lil Wayne isn't a rock star. He's a rap star,
Yeah.
It's like he's fucking.
He might have been in his day. He was pretty like T-Pain and Lil Wayne. Those were like the rock star when we were growing up. They were pretty popular.
I would say they were still rap stars though, because they're not like T-Pain.
I love him. He's so funny.
I still love T-Pain. Did you see his latest music video with his newest song?
No, but did you see how he got in a car accident and he was... I thought that's what you were going to say, and then you said the song. I was like, the car accident. Or you just get so mad. He reminds me, I don't know, if you were like really big, I feel like you'd be like T-Pain. Like, I don't know why you guys have always, like, every time he posts anything, I'm like, that's Jordan.
Because I think people don't realize another thing, because I mention all my favorite artists all the time, and I often forget to mention T-Pain. T-Pain is one of my favorite artists of all time.
You've loved him for so long.
Since I was like, this guy sings, he rap. I know T-Pain songs that people don't even know. I knew T-Pain music before he got signed. I was listening to T-Pain.
He just seems like such a fun dude.
And because I've watched interviews with him when he's gotten too drunk. And he's too honest.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, why are you talking shit about your manager right now? Like, bro, you're gonna see this interview and be like, but that's why I love him. It's because no one's telling T-Pain what the fuck to do.
No, yeah.
No one's telling him, and he's been through biggest artist of all time. Nobody gave a fuck about him. One of his albums sounds so
It came out during COVID, right?
Under the Covers, I think. This one.
No, the covers? You didn't like the covers?
No, so I like this album. And
some of them were just not good.
Right? If you go back and you listen to them, it's produced so weird. If you go and you listen to the songs again, you're going to be like, why the fuck does it sound like this?
Because I can't remember which... Because a few of them were good, and then I think it was the Black Sabbath one that didn't sound good.
Yeah, I remember listening to it in the gym, and I was like, are my headphones broken?
Oh, weird.
Like, it's the way it's mixed is what...
And
if you listen to it with that in mind, you're going to be like, wait, what the fuck? But
his Stay With Me one was really good, though.
Unreal.
And Tennessee Whiskey, but the rest of them I didn't like.
Oh, wait, I'm getting too confused with all these fucking...
tabs.
Tabs going.
It's like me. That's how my computer looks all the time.
Oh, accident, right. We gotta pull.
Oh, you had it up, Jordan.
But that's why I was like, I don't know where it went.
It's right here.
Oh, shit.
Okay, if you're going to have a lot of tabs open, you got to be able to read them.
This is why I need a producer for the podcast.
You need a Jamie.
So this is what
Ella should be your Jamie.
Oh yeah.
Ella would just get stressed out though.
Hey, pull this up. How do you spell Jordan? How do you spell? Just get it.
Yeah.
Let's make it big.
Look, man, I know niggas out here struggling and all that, and things are hard, and You know, times is rough these days, but whoever just fucking ran into the back of my goddamn truck and whoever just fucking hit me, my wife, my road manager, my driver, whoever just did that shit and drove the fuck off, my nigga, life's about to get so much worse.
Laughing about it.
God. First of all, nigga, you left the whole goddamn front of your truck.
This part sent me.
So, we know what we're looking for now. You left your fucking baby toy, so now we know you got kids. It's gonna be, it's like, look, again, I know times is hard, and I know things is rough out there, but I tell you what, shit is going too great for me to not make me want revenge right now, because you drove the fuck off. And boy, that was the worst part. It wasn't even the wreck. wasn't even the wreck. I had so much shit to do tonight that I what the fuck? Threw my schedule off. One, thank God I'm alive, but still, not my. Oh my God, my driver. God damn it.
That's so bad.
Boy, this again. I know times is hard and things is going bad for a lot of people, but I don't know if you was drunk. I don't know if you ain't paid your insurance. I don't know what's going on in your life.
Just so mad. It's so funny.
I remember laughing so hard. I was like, you fucked up, bro.
Oh, for sure. But the kid's toy just sent me. I was dying.
You got a fan.
I know you got kids now. Like, oh my gosh.
That would be terrifying. Could you imagine seeing, like, you got home, say you fucked up. Fucked up, he was drinking.
Yeah.
He made just a mistake.
Right.
You know, he's not a piece of shit person. And you get home and someone sees your truck. It's like, bro, look at this T-Pain.
Oh my gosh. That'd be horrible.
Oh my God.
I want an update though if he ever finds the guy.
Oh, you'll hear. T-Pain's real like that. T-Pain fucking my homegirl Thug Shells. Actually, so talk about T-Pain. So Thug Shells, I've rapped at her oh, it pops right up. I rapped at her. I do every once in a while. She has like a week or twice a month a rap like freestyle thing where she like she'll like bring a guest and a DJ, and then there'll be like an open mic where rappers can freestyle.
Oh.
And you know, there's like probably 3 or 4 freestyling groups here. So they'll go and hit those, you know, with their with the crews of like, you know, rappers, and you know, they'll have some drinks and they'll freestyle. She hosts it, and then like a rapper goes up and does like 3 or 4 songs, and then they do some more freestyle, and like the night's over. And she streams it on her she streams it on her live stream and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
But she so she's huge with
Twitch.
And so she does this thing where this is the, I think, CEO of Twitch, and T-Pain was there too.
What's up, T-Pain? Doug, you want to give us a little lay down, a little rap with T-Pain here?
So she's a freestyle rapper.
That's so cool.
So she's a freestyle rapper, and I think we can listen to this. And yeah, so she's, you know, they do all these Twitch events, so she gets to rap for him.
Okay, what kind of beat do you want? Do you want like a hard beat, like a boom bap beat?
I want a 70s ska beat.
Such a shithead, hey?
I'll give you some words. Dysentery.
Dysentery. Can I have a definition?
You shit yourself to death.
Okay, cool.
Is that a real thing?
Placard.
Placard.
Okay. And PC gamer.
And PC gamer. All right, Dan, you got one for me.
Rainbows.
Rainbows, good. That'll kind of well with dysentery. All right, let's go. I grab the microphone underground. I know that I'm buried. I want to make sure that I switch it up with my vocabulary. I told you I'm vicious every time I'm spitting. I know the mic I carry. I know that I'm the SIT, dysentery. So that's why when I grab the microphone, I get it lit. Other rappers dysentery, they be talking shit. I don't got time for that. I do just what I do. I pick the mic and on the game. I do a number two. Take it back and I got bars. They want to sign me like flat cards. I know that I'm the entertainer on the internet. Gamer.
That must be crazy. That must be crazy.
Painting in your brain like it's a rainbow. So let's get just the rainbows.
So there's also this video. There's also this video of Thug's Shells. Hold on, let's see if I can find it.
I just love that he's just sitting there. T-Pain's freaking out. He's just sitting there.
If I can find. There's this video where they're partying and stuff. And the CEO, they're on stage at this like TwitchCon thing, and he flips her. Like picks her up and I was like, oh shit, he was confident. Like, you know? I mean, she's really small. She's tiny, but she's always doing all kinds of stuff.
Look at her go.
And then, so on top of that, man, I got a lot of T-Pain stories.
Apparently, hey.
So Carter and the Capitals, which are,
Can't spell today. Wow.
Oh. So Carter and the Capitals, which is my favorite Edmonton band. Also submitted one of their songs when T-Pain was listening to tracks.
Carter and the Capitals. There we go. Oh, bitch. You got 1 minute, goddammit. Let's go.
I don't know if I can listen to this on. Oh, maybe, because it's a YouTube video.
Probably not.
That's all I'm going to listen to.
Now that you're a big shot.
I don't know if I can. It might get too honest. But yeah, so
That's
T-Pain
insane.
also, and he loves it. He's like, oh, this is sick. Maybe we can get to the end.
So good. That was so fucking good. That I forgot I was streaming for a second. Like that was, I forgot I was streaming. For like what the fuck? Ultra Tay, did you remember I was streaming for like a second?
Yeah,
Wow.
So it's like I got the homies that have like interacted with T-Pain.
That's so
you know?
exciting.
I was like, oh, T-Pain's such a fucking G. Oh, all right. We've come a long way in this. Is there anything we want to say? Anything else we want to say about Taylor Swift? Oh, hold on. We have to bring up Travis Kelce.
Oh.
We have to bring up Travis Kelce. How are you feeling?
Good.
By the way, okay. Faith just recently had surgery. So
12 days post-op.
yeah, she's out here podcasting. She had to come through for the Swifties. I like calling Taylor Swift. I like referring to Taylor Swift as Tay-Tay.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
I don't know why. I've never heard anyone else call her that.
Did you see? So they were at a gala together, and she sold tickets to her Eras tour for like $60,000. At this, it was for Patrick Mahomes. I think it's his charity. It's called Mahone, so I'm assuming it's his, but it's like a charity thing for him. I think a golf charity.
He's only 34. They're the exact same age. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He just signed a 2-year contract with $34.25.
Yeah, he's the most paid in TS. I don't know what. I saw an article saying he's the most paid something. I don't know anything about football salaries and stuff, but
even yeah.
Wait, look, scroll down. It said it right there. Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, highest paid tight end. Oh, that's what. Yeah, TE. Because I was like, what's a TE? I don't know any football.
I didn't say that out loud because then it would also show my lack of But it's like, so I actually said this on the podcast with Ella because I heard comedians talk about it. It's like, okay, it was right after the Super Bowl. It's like, okay, so Taylor Swift, it was like a theoretical thing. He's like, well, it's like, you know, how does Taylor Swift top Taylor Swift?
Right.
She's like, well, she starts dating someone in the Super Bowl, you know?
Right.
And then next year, she books the Super Bowl. She does the halftime show, and they break up. And she drops a breakup song at the Super Bowl and she announces that she's pregnant with Travis Kelce. Like, you know, it has
Yeah.
to be crazy. And it's just like,
That's funny.
That's such a funny idea to think of.
That
That's
is
not
funny.
even out of the scope for, like, they joke
don't-
about it because it could be real.
I don't think she'd ever do the Super Bowl.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
She doesn't need to.
I don't think she'd ever do it. Well, her Eras tour is too, like, I'm like, what would she, I mean, it would be an insane performance, but I don't think she'd ever do it.
I don't think she has anything to gain from it. Like, you know, the NFL.
They'd make more profit than she would.
She would. They already have.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the fact that they don't just write Taylor Swift a check at the end of the NFL season.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, bro,
Yeah.
you owe her probably billions of dollars.
Mhm.
I couldn't even imagine the amount of money. Not only does, and then Travis Kelce, you know,
Yeah.
you have now become an international, and then also your brother.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like, yeah, I'm not trying to shit on them. They're also incredible football players, phenomenal.
And they seem
football
like they're
players.
really decent guys. Like, I really enjoy their podcast. I just watched the one with Andrew Santino on it.
I want to watch that one.
It's really good. Like, they're really good friends. Andrew Santino and Travis Kelce, they've been friends for a long time, which is really funny. He saw Andrew perform when he was performing for Joe Rogan, like opening. So they've been friends for like 7 years. So it's not like Andrew swept in with the whole tail. Like, they've been friends before that. And like,
Santino's pretty.
they're really funny together. Like, their banter together. It was a really good pod. I really enjoyed
I'll
it.
have to check it out because it's like even his Jason, that's his name.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Fucking, because these guys, they
They're like typical American boys,
Yeah,
like
they
men,
don't give a
like, you
shit.
know,
They
and it's
don't-
so
he's
funny.
only 2 years older.
Oh,
than
I thought he was like 45.
I mean, not to shit on the guy. He looks way older. than
Way
his
older,
brother.
yeah. Holy. I thought he was way old. He has 3 kids and he's 36. Holy.
Oh my god.
But I just love, like, his kids are so funny. He's so funny. Like,
His wife seems pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that story about the first date where he's just fucked up. She's like, yeah, it wasn't the best first date.
Yeah.
Got blacked
and they
out.
met, I think they met on Tinder. Him and his wife. Yeah, I just love it. And then the mom makes cookies for all the guys. Like, I just love them. They're so cute. They're just like a cute little American family.
Without any of the controversy. It's
Yeah.
just nice to see. Talk about that, actually. That reminds me of the Taylor Swift song. The Last Great American Dynasty.
Oh, you love that one, hey?
That song was, I catch myself singing it in my head.
I don't really like that song.
That's the,
You know, when I watched the movie, I actually skipped past that part.
that song is a banger.
Yeah.
I think I hear Cupcake.
Oh, it is Cup.
Hold on.
Can I let her in?
Right
She
here.
can be on the podcast. Cup. Oh, that means she's home from her haircut. Come here. You probably look like a little squirrel again. Come.
Can you pick her up?
Yeah. Oh, she got a haircut. She looks horrible. Cup, you're on the podcast.
This is Cupcake.
She licked the mic.
This is her, I think, second appearance on A Moment with Jay. Oh, hi.
Aw. She looks so ugly. So this is her yearly haircut she gets, and she looks like a squirrel, and it's kind of sad. Just stick up. She's
You're
just
all
make an
hyped.
appearance.
You're hyped.
What you were talking about, American?
Oh, that just, I don't know. That song just reminds me of it. It has nothing really to do with anything, but I was like, that song reminds me of what we're talking
That's
about.
funny.
Yeah, crazy.
The only thing I don't like about Taylor Swift is she's a cat person, and I don't like cats.
You don't like cats that much that you're like, it's a negative towards somebody else?
Like, I would have never dated Jeremy if he owned a cat. Like, I could never, like, I don't not like people that like cats. Like, it's fine. But I could have never been with someone that liked cats, like owned one. Like, Jeremy owned cats when he was a kid. We had cats when you were a kid, not when I was a kid. But I could have never been with someone that had a cat.
Wait, what do you mean we had cats when
You
was
were,
a kid?
I wasn't born yet.
Oh, yeah.
You're older than me.
I was like, but you said we.
Well, mom
implying that
had
we were
it.
You were still alive.
Yeah. No, mom had cats growing up.
I was like, wait, what? Yeah, that's right. We had Simba, and then we had that little
Joker, wasn't it?
I don't know if that was my cat, a cat that we had. Maybe.
I don't know.
I remember
They weren't around
Simba,
when I
then
was here.
I remember one time we got kitten. I was like, what the fuck is a baby cat?
Oh, you're off today. Jeez
I was like,
Louise.
I thought I was on. It's just the smallest. I was
Yeah.
on my Taylor Swift. I wasn't prepared to
funny.
talk about anything else.
But yeah, I can't do cats. Like, I really don't like cats. I really don't.
Damn, because I have some friends that are. Andrew's got a cat, Dusty, and that cat loves me. I think I've grown to appreciate that cats are different than dogs.
Yeah, I just find them, like, this sounds so bad, but like a waste of space. I'm gonna get canceled, but
Damn, the most controversial.
but I don't own cats. I would never own a cat. I would never do anything. Like, I've house sat at people's houses. They've had cats. I've always been nice, but they honestly scare me. Like, I would think it would eat me. Like Cupcake, she wouldn't eat. She wouldn't eat me. If I died, she wouldn't. Like, I know they say dogs eventually. She wouldn't.
Cat right away.
She wouldn't. You smell good. But a cat, I don't know. I just don't like cats. Sorry.
Well, now we know. I don't think I have any negatives to say about Taylor Swift. I mean, especially because I'm not into her
Personal life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are probably, especially people who have clicked on this because we're talking about Taylor Swift, and I'm sure I made a clickbaity title to say something about Taylor Swift. So I'm sure they're upset that we didn't dig into the bullshit, that's
Yeah.
also, but it's like, that's what I like. I like that I can just consume the art.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's like, yeah, if I'm ever lucky enough to sit down with Taylor Swift and dive into the songs,
Right.
then it's like, yeah, tell me how this guy fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, let me know. Why did you write this?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck him. It's like, yeah. But other than that, I was like, I think she's she puts out, because I think the best pop artist right now is Dua Lipa.
See, and I don't really like her.
You don't like Future Nostalgia?
No, I honestly don't ever listen to. I don't think I've listened to a full song of hers.
What? Future Nostalgia is one of the greatest pop albums to ever come out ever.
Yeah, I'm not. I've probably heard Levitating on the radio, but like, I don't. It's not that I don't like her. I just really don't listen to her music.
And it's totally fair. I love Dua Lipa. I mean, she's not like.
Funny how Cupcake's like just staring at you, listening.
You're a great guest.
Yeah.
You're a great guest. Maybe you should come in. You have something to say to the people?
She's scared of it.
That's okay. Any words about Taylor Swift? Cupcake.
I should get her a shirt that says I'm a Swiftie. Quit licking me.
Any words about Taylor Swift? Do you want to tell the audience?
She just licks all the time.
Yes. Her music is tasty.
Yeah. So dumb.
I think that might be a good place to. Is there anything else I wanted to add? So you don't consider yourself the Swiftie?
No.
I get that.
I just like her music. I don't know enough about her, I feel like.
And I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's a great place to wrap up. I didn't think we were going to talk about Taylor Swift for as long as we ended up doing, but I feel like I could have even. I mean, and I don't think people really give a shit about my opinion on every song. That's why I posted on the Instagram.
Yeah.
That's why I did do that. So then I wouldn't sit here and try to get all my thoughts about every song.
That is smart.
I tried to come with just my viewpoints. She makes, for the most part, pretty simple songs. Except, I can say that, but her new album is the production on it, Fortnight, the production on that whole album is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of Taylor Swift. I wouldn't consider myself a Swiftie.
Is that going to be the title? I'm a fan?
I don't know what the title is.
Just two Swifties?
A rapper,
I don't know.
My sister, and Taylor Swift. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to come up with
it is.
baby titles. Some of them do not work. But that's okay. We out here trying. Is there anything else you want to say to the people before we...
No. That's it. I don't really got much to say. Follow my TikTok. Sometimes I make content.
Yeah, so actually, Faith just came out of actually, yeah, I'll take your TikTok in the
Sometimes I get some views.
Do y'all ever think about how we have random words that only exist in very specific phrases? Like the
No,
word
no one
bide only
cares,
shows up in
sir.
the phrase bide your time.
Shut
You
up.
can't
There I
bide.
am.
boom.
For all your keto meals.
Yeah, follow Faith on TikTok. She actually does do a bunch of she's doing keto right now. Actually, yeah, I guess that's what we'll conclude on. For all of you listening only for Taylor Swift, we're done with Taylor. Thank you for coming. It's been honestly this is okay. Before we move on to the one thing I will say, I loved her last album. I loved listening to her discography for the most part. I am done with Taylor Swift for a little
Yeah,
bit.
you need a break.
I've consumed a lot of just Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
It's nice to have this podcast too. It's like I finished the album yesterday. We're doing the podcast, and now I can just fucking
Take a break.
'cause
Go back to hip hop for a little bit.
And that being said, that album with Future, We Don't Trust You, the one with the Kendrick Lamar, where he dropped in, he dissed Drake and he started all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They dropped another album called We Still Don't Trust You, and it's not with
Not with Kendrick.
no, because Kendrick was just on the one
Right.
track. But one thing I will say again before we move on, leave the music and talk to Faith. I think Future is obviously he's mumble rap and he's autotune, but he's an artist.
Mhm.
Like he's an actual artist. He just makes trap music.
Right.
And it's just like to kind of actually Future has a song with Taylor Swift. Kendrick Lamar
Yeah.
has a song with Taylor Swift, which also isn't my favorite song.
Well, I can't remember. It was on 1989, right? I can't remember what song it was. Oh, it's the one with Ed Sheeran, Endgame. Yeah.
Yeah, not one of my favorites.
It's actually not a bad song.
The feature with Kendrick Lamar and Taylor Swift is crazy. And
Yeah.
it's still crazy.
And even how he came on the new album to redo it with her just shows like his character. Like he seems like a decent guy.
He does. So go listen to the diss track. Go listen and then tell me where he's shitting on Drake.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Because I'm not gonna go into the fucking hole. I was gonna say this because we don't trust you. So this is like the artwork and whatever.
If you want to come up, I can't bend that for.
She just wants to fuck around.
She wants to play, yeah.
It's just like they just do. Sometimes it's just so cool, Sometimes fucking, it's like, damn, they look fucking sick, scary.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
that's
was like,
the
I don't know
point.
if that's the word I would use. Sick. I would use they look freaking scary.
But that's what I'm like. Oh, they're so gangster, and because they are, It's like because again, when we're talking about authenticity, it's like, and this is why people like Kendrick Lamar. It's like when Kendrick Lamar talks about gangster shit. It's like, this guy is from Compton.
Yeah, it's scary.
That's like, his dad was a gang member.
Yeah.
The guy who signed him, Top Dog, is a gang member. Top Dog almost killed Kendrick's dad. It's a whole song.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But that's why it's sick, because it's authentic. Anyways, this is the next album I'm going to listen to. Now that I'm done Taylor Swift.
From one extreme to the next,
This
eh?
is the one I can't wait to. I was like, yes, finally we can get back to the fucking
That's funny.
bangers. But Faith, oh, sorry, Cupcake. Shit, I didn't even see you down there.
Come.
I straight up kicked you. So Faith had to go get a surgery. We don't have to get into the specifics of the surgery, but she had to go for a surgery, and she decided to do like keto before it.
Yeah, I was having problem with inflammation, and so kind of talking to you and stuff, I was like, maybe I should go on keto because it will help with being so bloated and inflamed right before my surgery to help me feel better. And so I started that. I started in February, and I don't find ketos hard. Like, you still get to eat meat, vegetables. The hardest thing for me is no fruit because I love fruit, but I find keto really easy. So I actually enjoyed it, and I lost 10 pounds before my surgery, which was insane because I didn't really think I was going to be able to do that. And then I had my surgery last week and I lost another 10 pounds. So I'm 20 pounds down in 3 months, which is crazy because I didn't realize how much, like how inflamed I was and how much I needed the surgery. Like I didn't really see how much it affected my everyday life until it was gone, and it's been crazy. So yeah, 20 pounds down, and I'm not allowed to work out for another month, which has been really hard on me because I just like it's been affecting my eating and everything because I just realized like how much I rely on working out. Like working out makes me hungry, so I eat more in my day. Like I'm not drinking enough water because I'm not used to like not being thirsty, like not working out. Yeah. So I've realized how much that's been affecting me too, but it's just what I got to do. So I have not until the end of next month, like in May, once I get approved, I can start working out again, but which I'm really looking forward to it. You really like take for granted moving every day when you can't. Mm-hmm. Like I can go on walks and stuff, but you know, today it's snowing here. So of course the day that I'm feeling better, I'm like, oh, let's go on a walk. And I'm like, oh, it's snowing.
Like it's snowing.
Yeah.
The snowflakes are insane. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to being able to work out again.
That's what's up. Because because then she's leaving, and then you have what, 2 months after that to your honeymoon?
Not even, I have a month because I leave July 9th for my honeymoon. So I have a month.
Oh, to get back with it. But I mean, because I guess you're only off for, what's that, 6 weeks?
6 weeks, yeah.
That's actually not terrible. That's actually not that bad.
If I can, my goal is to just maintain the weight that I'm at right now and just be like mindful of my eating and like doing walks. Like I can go on walks, right? And just getting as much movement and stuff as I can in. And then, I mean, the gym is going to be hard, I know, for the first probably month. Because I think, honestly, this is the longest break I've ever taken since I started working out in university.
Damn, so you've been that consistent. So you would say what?
I'd say
6 years?
I'd say 4. I'd say 5 years consistently.
Damn.
So, and this is the longest break I've ever had. So I think that's why like my body and stuff just feels so like worn out. So I'm just not used to sitting. Yeah. Like I like to chill. I like to lay in bed and stuff, but not usually to this extent.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. I never realized how active I was until I can't do like even my job. Like I'm walking around all day long, 10,000 steps a day to like, I maybe do 1,000 now. Maybe.
So what have you, because if you don't know my sister, she's always doing something. She likes to stay. So what have you been trying to do to stay busy?
Well, I've become a Mario Party addict. I play Mario Party. I'm really grateful because my mother-in-law lent me her Switch, and I've been playing the Switch like literally every single day.
For hours?
Well, I guess yeah. Because it's like you got nothing to do, right? There's only so much, like, especially like now I'm able to move around. Like now I can do more housework and that kind of stuff. But like even that, I have to be like, I can't lift up anything heavy. I shouldn't be bending down. Like I got to be really careful with the things that I'm doing. And like I'm, still recovering. So like last week, it's like all I could do was lay in bed, right? And I'm not a napper. Like I have to be really, really tired to nap. And so like even being on painkillers and stuff, I wasn't able to sleep. So I was up all day long in pain, bored, like. Damn. So the Switch has really been, I've been playing so much Mario Party. I'm not any better at it. You think I've gotten better at it, but Jeremy still kicks my butt every time we play, but it's fun. But I did that. My friends bought me a Lego kit.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought I was like, oh, this will last me like a week, I did it all in one day. I put Taylor Swift's new album on, and I watched the Theo Von podcast with the trauma.
Oh, I thought.
Oh, it's so good. If you guys are in need of a good podcast, I mean, it's really serious. So if you're looking for something like goofy, it's not that kind of to watch. But like my psychologist background, like really enjoyed it. Anyways, it was really good. But I just put a podcast on, and I did like Lego all day. And it was great. But yeah, I'm just doing that. Switch, watching lots of TikTok and YouTube podcasts.
Thank God for the podcast. I love.
Oh, honestly.
As much as some people are like, "Oh, podcasting is oversaturated" or anything, I don't think so, because it's like every once in a while someone new will start a podcast, and I was like, "This is fucking." There's this. Do you ever watch the show New Girls?
No.
Oh, you might like that show actually. It's.
I'm really picky with TV shows. I don't really watch TV shows.
It's just the dude in it.
Oh, right.
Jake Johnson. I like this guy. I like this guy. And this girl's supposed to come on. That's why. It's just this girl is coming on the podcast. So
Turns watching try-on hauls.
that's so funny.
I love those last meals.
So this guy has his own podcast, and we're here to help. Podcast.
He had Rainn Wilson on it. I should watch that one.
You should. I haven't seen all of it, and so what they do, holy fuck! This podcast is people just call and ask for advice. And
Oh, that's funny.
Fuck, because it's like the whole point is, you call and we're comedians, like, we're not
Right,
gonna
yeah.
give you
Real advice.
Well, and it will be like matters that aren't like the one that was just, and they're like, this is the greatest call of all time. It's this granddaughter caught her grandpa watching porn. And they're like, this is tell us everything. And it will be like, or it'll be like, hey, like, I did this thing and I fucked up the relationship. Now
Right.
my neighbor hates me.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, this is what we should,
Right.
It's so funny, and they just bring on comedians, and it's fucking.
I don't know what I would do without podcasts. I love them.
They're so easy.
At any time of day, like working out,
Yeah.
like in just getting ready for your day, like when I'm doing dishes, like so many things.
And you get and it. There's it's like you want pure entertainment,
Right.
Absolutely. You want entertainment with a little education,
Right.
You want to know about fucking makeup. You want to know anything. There's a podcast for every. I mean,
About The Bachelor and The Bachelorette,
those are the ones that I think are wild when they're on. Like they have the one on The Office, like
Oh yeah.
And it's like the two people from The Office, whoever the fuck, or the new it's like the big shows.
Yeah.
They just have a podcast where they talk about the show.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
it's crazy.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad. So you're feeling better now?
Yeah, I'm doing good now. But yeah.
There's faith on There's faith. Well,
my TikTok. I haven't posted in a while because I haven't been doing much, but
let's see here. Let's give the people what they want. They want to see one.
Most of my things have to do with food because that's I'm pretty boring.
Dinners I've made this week.
I'm trying to get better at editing.
Cracked chicken burgers
Where's the sound here? Oh. That was a user mistake. My fault.
Dinners I've made this week. Cracked chicken burgers with parmesan roasted broccoli.
Fire.
Chicken stir fry. Pulled pork
That
cardinal
was
buns with
probably the best
roasted
thing I've ever
veggies.
made. So good.
Burrito skillet.
Also good. And then I
Dinners
had
I've
surgery
made.
the next day, so
Honestly, the carbonate.
Oh.
If you haven't, if you are doing low carb, no
Mhm.
carb, the carbonate, I can't believe how good it is.
Or just anything in general. Like
Carbonate
I
bread.
honestly just think you should eat that bread no matter what, just because of how much fiber and stuff is in it. Like it's so much better than.
I just don't even understand. You on this last time when I brought this up? Who was on this when I brought that up? There's all those fibers in those sodas, those
Oh yeah.
thirsty Buddhas and stuff.
Mhm.
They have all that fiber in them.
Yep.
Do you see that Coca-Cola has
Yeah.
fiber?
Yeah.
And I was just like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand how they're getting all this fiber.
In the pops, I don't understand. In the
don't-
drinks, I don't get it.
I don't
Yeah.
understand. I mean, I guess it would be the same as a smoothie. See, but it's smoothies are thick, but they still have. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just am always like, man, what about?
Yeah.
It's just a crazy phenomenon. Anyways, anything you want to leave the people with? I think this is an excellent follow. Faith on TikTok. Faith Paris _
Yeah, so that my students won't find me. Even though my content is pretty kid friendly, I don't really do anything that my students wouldn't be able to see anyways. But smart choice.
Well, this was excellent, Faith. Thank you for coming on. This is your second appearance?
Yeah.
Second appearance. You were one of the first ones on.
Yeah, because we talked about my wedding last time. It's almost been a year since I've been married. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, shit.
A few more months, but it's almost been a year.
Oh, damn.
That's crazy, hey?
That is crazy. So
I feel like it flew by.
1 year of marriage been
really good. I'm very lucky.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
Jeremy is, he's gotten into rock climbing, so.
Yeah, he sent me a video today of him fixing a crane and singing Cruel Summer, which he's going to kill me for saying that, but I was like, wow, I picked the right husband. So.
Yeah. That couldn't be a better. What a way to tie the whole thing together. It's very Taylor Swift like. We connected the first podcast to this podcast and incorporated Taylor Swift through it all. Unreal. Shout out Jeremy.
Yeah, shout out Jeremy.
Follow Faith. I'll put her TikTok in the bios. Well, if you're ever looking for something to do, just listen to Taylor Swift's entire discography.
Yep. Yeah. Let us know in the comments what your guys' favorite albums are, because now I'm curious of
favorite albums.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite Taylor Swift song? Damn! I can't believe we didn't ask that question.
Oh, I don't think I could pick one. Could you?
Yeah, because it would really depend.
I would have to think on that one.
Lamar songs. Yeah, I get it. It's like, because it's like Bob Marley. It's One Love for sure. You know, but
really,
yeah, for sure. That's.
I
just. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know if I could pick a favorite of hers.
I really like Out of the Woods though. I do. But I wouldn't say that's my favorite song by her. It's just the one I catch myself
singing the most. Because my favorite, like if I'm in the shower belting out a song, it's All Too Well. But if I need like a pick-me-up song,
like
I'm listening.
10-minute version?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then if I need like a pick-me-up song, I'm putting on like Betty. Like I love listening to Betty. That one's one of my favorites. But then like I love Fearless. Like I love that song 15. Even on the Speak Now, we never really talked about the Speak Now album. I love that one too.
Because that one was
Dear John. If you really just want like a Boys Suck song, I love Dear John.
Because even I can
like
get
Mean
down to a Boys Suck song.
Enchanted also is like another one I love to belt out. Like if I'm cooking dinner, you're gonna hear me singing that song. Long Live.
Oh,
like
Long Live.
Yeah.
Yeah. That song is crazy.
Better Than Revenge. I mean, she changed the words in the new version.
To what?
So Better Than Revenge is like a song about a girl cheating or whatever. And it was is it misogynistic? Is that the word?
Yeah.
It was misogynistic, so she changed the lyrics of it. And I really don't like the new lyrics. So I like the old version of Better Than Revenge because it's like a really good one. But
yeah, sometimes I understand things like that, but it's like
but like you're 16 writing this song. 2010.
You're also a girl.
Yeah. So a lot of artists are like that. Paramore is like that too. Like the Misery Business song, like they don't usually like to perform it. I mean, they're not a band anymore, but they don't like to perform it because it's misogynistic. And it's like, that song is such a banger though.
Sometimes it's like, sometimes the song is more than the lyrics, you know?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, yeah, you wouldn't come out with a song like that nowadays maybe, but like back in the day, it's like, who cares? Actually, I mean, not who cares,
now
but
that we've done this, actually, now, is there any album that we didn't talk about? We talked about Reputations, Red.
Oh, well, we didn't really talk about Reputation that much, or Lover.
Yeah, actually, maybe this is how we're back with the Taylor Swift. Hold on. Before we wrap this up.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So
Did you like Reputation? You never really said much about it.
Yeah, this is why we gotta get started back here. Let's get
Especially you. You need to talk about it because it's like the Kanye album, everyone says. This got lots of bangers on it. Delicate, New Year's Day. You liked New Year's Day.
New Year's
Dress,
Day,
which if you watched The Bachelor,
Getaway Car. Yeah.
that one's a banger.
That one's a banger. This album was sick. This album was also crazy to watch. This is what's actually very cool because she said it in her concert. And she's like, you know, when you've heard these songs before, you know, I want you, you know, you had whatever memory you had,
Right.
but now I want you to remember this concert.
Yeah.
And now I do. It's like when I see, when you say the song, I think of like her,
the concert,
her stage. I'm
yeah.
like, oh yeah, wait, what one was this one? Oh yeah, it's the fucking snake with the fucking the dancers. What's the one? One of the parts I remember so vividly in the concert is she had like that larger black dancer.
Oh, he's the best. I follow him on TikTok. So the cool thing about him is that his brother also plays for the Chiefs.
What the fuck?
Yeah, isn't that insane?
I
love him.
Like, man,
I can't remember his name.
Expressive dancer.
He's like all of the dancers. Like if you watch them, because I've seen the movie 3-4 times now. So now when I watch it, I like watch people other than her because like I mean but like their dancers are insane. Like insane. Like they're crazy.
And there's one part where she's dead. What does he say?
Oh,
I can't remember the part that he does.
No, he does it in We Are Never Getting Back Together. And he says, like ever.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But the cool thing is that if you watch, like, because I love watching the TikToks of, like, her performing live in other places. So he'll change the words. Like, when they're in Australia, he had, like, an accent. And then when they're in, like, Japan, he said it in
Japanese?
Yeah. Like, it's really cool. They change it up and stuff, so it's funny.
I thought that one moment when they did, I was like, why was that so sick?
Yeah.
Why was that such a cool moment?
Yeah, he's crazy dancer. Because he did it. Oh, it was in Midnights where he danced on his own. Is that the part where he's like, does the splits? That was in Midnights. When she had the sparkly. It was in Bejeweled.
Was that what you would know?
Yeah. She had the blue outfit on. It was in Bejeweled where he danced. I don't think he danced on his own in this.
Reputation was actually, you know what?
Because she comes out, are you ready for it? And she does a snake thing, which I freaking love that part when she's just strutting out and then so good.
How did I have?
Because look what you made me do is when they have all of the outfits in the back.
I did not like this one.
What? Oh yeah, Endgame. I don't know about this one. But you liked Dress.
Oh, this is sick. Look what you made me do. Oh, because she's dead. Oh, yeah. That part's fucking crazy. Gorgeous.
That's a good one. So the little girl's voice in Gorgeous, that's Blake Lively's and Ryan Reynolds' daughters.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck?
That's her voice. And Betty is named after her, the little girl.
Is she just like
her name's Betty? Yeah, they're like her and Blake Lively are like best friends. Yeah.
They're always hanging out.
Yeah. Which is so wild to me.
I mean, they are both super famous.
Yeah, I know, but like...
Yeah, Reputations was sick. Where would I put that on the scale? Probably...
So 4 is Folklore. Where would you put Reputation?
Because I think I like Red more than Reputation. Do I like Lover more than... I don't think so.
I love her. I like a lot of the... Not... But a lot of them I don't like on that album.
I was going to say, Reputation might...
I think
probably...
I think I'd put Reputation before 1989, so I'd probably put Reputation as 5 and 1989 as 6.
Damn.
Yeah.
And wait, what was your number 1? Fearless?
Yeah. And then honestly, Debut. Actually, I might have to put Debut...
Like her debut album?
Yeah, Taylor Swift. Everyone calls it Debut.
Yeah, I understand.
I might have to put that before Reputation, actually. I might have to put that as my number 5. Because, like, Picture to Burn, Should Have Said No. Like, like, I love those songs.
I guess they are still big. This is what her discography is crazy.
Like, we listened to Picture to Burn on the way to my bachelorette, and like that memory is just like will be forever in my head of me and my friends like screaming the words to that song.
That's hilarious.
But that's the thing, it's so fun. Like my friends all love her too, so it's just like we all just like belt out her songs together. Just so fun. Like my friend just went to a spin class of all Taylor Swift, and I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. I want to go. Like that would have been so fun.
I would.
And she said it was great.
I mean, that's literally what I've been doing.
Yeah, literally.
I've been doing that solo in a class. I'm sure it's wild.
Oh, I know.
Because we went through Speak Now, Fearless. Did we go through?
Yeah, I think we went through all of them.
Is that all of them?
Yeah.
Now? Evermore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Her discography is crazy. I'm looking forward to what she puts out next. See, this is my whole thing though. It's like when she puts out if she puts out the new Reputations one,
you probably won't
know if I'd listen to it.
Would you listen to the vault tracks that are in it?
See, I don't know, because it's like it's a weird concept for me to get behind, because I'm like, okay, so what's the idea of the vault? These songs were old songs that she's redone, or these are just new songs
that were made for the album but never made it. So then she's putting them out. So songs that got cut from the album.
I see. These are her B-side tracks, as artists would say.
Yeah.
Because that's my whole thing. It's like there's something to be said about artists that
but it's so smart of her to do that, because then like I've listened to 1989 before, but I re-listened to it because I wanted to listen to those new songs, and those new songs were bangers.
And see, but then that's my whole viewpoint of it, is because a lot of artists will drop these super long albums because they know that their fans will listen to, even if it doesn't make the album better,
right?
Because it's like, yeah, I get it. Drop a lot of songs if your fan base is gonna drop a lot of songs, but it's like there's still the art of dropping a really good album.
Yeah,
that should be in. When she drops a small album, it seems to be those are the tracks,
right?
Those are the songs, and then you do a deluxe album, and that's for the. It happens in rap all the time. Drake is notorious for dropping. It's like, why the fuck you drop all these songs? You could have dropped 12.
Right,
this was a crazy album.
Yeah.
As opposed to 20 songs and, 10 of these I'm never going to listen to again.
Right.
But they don't need you to listen to them again. They just need you to listen to it to the first
exactly,
time,
yeah.
But most people that listen to Taylor Swift, I'm sure, just go shuffle and whoa.
Well, that's what I do. I just put on her album. It's like, this is Taylor Swift on Spotify, and I just put it on shuffle and listen to all of her songs in any order.
Yeah, see, I feel like an artist again, Kendrick Lamar, I couldn't do that because again, their songs you'll have to listen to that one song and I have to know what you think of it, because it's
you just don't see me for 3 days because I'm just in a hole crying.
Because I even remember when I listened to that album, because Mom also listened to that album when it came out, and she listened to the whole thing, and she was talking, she's like, yeah, so that was pretty intense, huh? And I was like, yeah,
yikes.
It's crazy. Okay, yeah, that's 2 hours 10 minutes.
Damn. Yeah, we finally got to cut it off now.
Yeah, I think that's
after trying to cut it off 3 different times.
We just kept continuing on with more stuff.
Yeah.
Follow Faith. Anything else you want to leave off on?
No.
All right. I feel like I do that sometimes. Is I go to cut it off, and then I'm like, well, actually,
yeah.
Here are a billion.
It's fun to sit and talk.
Yes, that's why I have a podcast.
Yeah.
And you're more than welcome to come on anytime. This was a fun. Thank you for being part of this. This was a long time coming. What an investment of time on my part.
Honestly, I did nothing. I just arrived today.
It's true. You were a Swiftie. See, look at that. You were a Swiftie, and it benefited you.
Yeah.
Enough already. Check out Faith on TikTok at Faith Paris. _. I'll put her description. Thanks, Faith. Hopefully your rest of your recovery goes well and you don't die.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Such a supportive brother. Wow.
Okay, have a great rest of your day, rest of your week. More love, more success. Buy my album, not Taylor Swift. She already has enough. Go pre-order my album. This has been A Moment with Jay.